It's hard to believe that we've been back in the States, making Indiana our home for almost 5 years now.
After being in the Middle East for about 36 years, saying goodbye to all of our pastors and our leaders, many of them had come to Christ and our ministry, many of them we had taught in Bible college, and they had just become our family. And so we felt like we were leaving one family to come to another part of our family. That has been one of the biggest adjustments for me.
We decided to settle near family because if we got to be part of their lives again, we could begin to be a parent and a grandparent, and we knew that role while we were trying to find out what our new role might be.
I think that coming back, we felt like it was very important to be multi-generational in our relationships, and it was fun for us to get to know a lot of the young people in the church, to mingle with some of the people our own age. But it's been a challenge, but we have had a hard time finding our place until recently, and that has been in the local church where we have served as interim pastor for a while and teaching Sunday school. And we're so grateful for the local church and for all the local churches that have supported us through links and sending teams and visiting us and praying for us. And it's been a real blessing for us to be able to be back now.
So it was a little bit bittersweet when my parents retired. Israel always has felt like home, and it still feels like home. And so when they left, there was this a little bit of an uncertainty of, well, now where do I belong? But of course, it's great to have them here and close by, and my kids get to have something that I didn't have growing up, which was grandparents around to be a part of our everyday life. So that's been really nice. We see each other every day.
I think my parents did a really good job of balancing just their job as a missionary along with allowing where we live to feel like home, and for us not to always feel like we were part of the job, but rather this was a home and a place where we could settle. And I know it was really important for us to be involved in the community and be involved in activities in our school. And when they left, it was a little bit sad, but at the same time, I knew that their hearts were ready and that they were ready to settle and just kind of rest a little bit even.
It was easier for Lyndall to settle back in because he was a pastor and he could find ways he could do that. But for me, it took quite a bit longer. And then I realized that what I love to do is teach, and I volunteered to teach in the children's department, which has been lots of fun because I realized that I have all this background in the Middle East, and one day I'll pull out a replica of the Dead Sea Scrolls and talk to them about the land of the Bible, and they are just fascinated by it. Last week I brought my seashells that I picked up on the Mediterranean Ocean that they made purple dye with. So doing that has really been to connect some of the parts of my life with the past, with the present. I remember when we left to go overseas, one of the questions, we looked at each other and said, will we ever be happy again? And we find in every stage of our life, we need to accept that there's a time of adjustment, but with God's grace and help, we are really happy again and thankful for God's faithfulness.